See, this is the composting unit. Actually, the purpose of this unit is to avoid handing over wet waste to the municipal people because it is so unhealthy to the people carrying out their job, and also it gives a nasty smell during the while transportation within the city also, and it is a serious health hazard to people living near dumping yard. So to avoid all these things, and like the dumping, creating what landfill also, that's also dangerous. And another thing is, though in the BBMP, I have been informed that they are also making these wet waste as compost, and then they are delivering it to the farmers. But which is the better thing is to get it composted at the each and every house level, and then if it is handed over to the municipal authorities, then they can dump it in a particular place, and the farmers can lift. By doing this, there will be lot of savings in the transportation cost because the volume reduces, the nasty smell is avoided. So it is better, and the balance wet waste that may be available, which is in the streets, or people who are unable to get it composted, then they can get these things collected and composted at their end. Actually, this scheme can be implemented by using more number of sets like this in apartments as well as restaurants. So depending upon their possibility, they can do it. Otherwise, they can hand it over as it is to the municipality. However, an incentive should be given to the citizens that whenever it is handed over in the form of compost, it should be made a free, or even the subsidized composting set also can be given. So people who are not able to do for whatever reasons of their own, they may be charged the collection of the wet waste charges. So I have seen that in so many cases, people are throwing the wet waste in the outside also in the roads, just because they are not available at the time when people, civic people come and collect the waste. So that is also one of the reasons. That's why I have found out. I have checked so many methods, spent a lot of amount. Then finally, I have devised my own way. Anyhow, I am going to explain the requirements, etc. Okay, devised. So in this case, this the composting this kit consists of 4 units, which is to be filled 15 days in a particular this set or box or what crate, whatever you call it. So see, it is like this. Just a moment. It has stitched with 2 bags, one from outside and another inside also. The outside has a zip also to cover, for easy covering, to avoid pests coming out and getting into the waste. And also during the composting also, during the rainy season, maggots may also it may come out during the composting. So to avoid these things to come out and also to pests to enter, I have covered this thing. This will allow the steam which would come out during the composting. Sometimes heat is also generated, so it may come. During that, the steam also escapes, so that the compost dries up and it is comfortable to take out and quick comfortable to take out, because it is dried during the period when before it is taken out. So like this is one thing. And another thing is, there is one more tray kept below the crate also, filled with paper balls and this frame to create air gap. Whenever during the rainy season, ordinarily, because if the sufficient dry waste is kept within this basket, there will not be any seepage of water. However, in case it comes, then it falls on this tray and this paper, and it dries up during the course when it is shifted. Because it will take about a month. Even little thing, if the water drops into this set, it gets dried, and there is no necessity of taking out what they call leachate. So this is the one thing I have made. Okay, this is how this consists of 4 sets, and depending upon the date on which the people start, like this, the 1st to 16th, and 16th to last day. So depending upon it, you can just arrange it in a particular way, these sets. Okay, and these paper balls are available everywhere. And in this particular case, there is no necessity of buying a separate compost powder or anything like that, because during the composting, because I got these things got dried during the period of composting, there is no problem of touching this half composted items, partly fully composted, which is used once again used for further composting, for covering this thing instead of the dry material. Because though people say that dry leaves are available everywhere, it is very easy. Going and fetching, that's also not possible. How can you just go run around the places and fetch dry leaves? During the rainy season also, it is very difficult. So I have seen to it that dry waste is also available during the course itself in the same way, so that there is no cost is also involved. Then next I will show you how it is filled, and this arrangement, rearrangement, reshuffling of trays is done. Okay, now I will show you how the compost is filled on every day. Okay, you can just remove the cover and show the crates also this time. Okay, please open. See, this is the plastic tray available in the market. This is of size 50 centimeters by 30 centimeters. This is sufficient for a family of 3. Okay, in case more number of members are there in the family, then a 60 by 40 size crate is also can be used. Okay, then yes, please. So everyday process I will show you. First, one of crate at the top is removed, and then the frame, air gap frame, that is also to be removed. Then remove the second crate. Always the wet waste is filled in the second crate only. Okay, the instruction also I have given there for which date to which date, etc. is also noted. And after rearrangement also, whether it is properly rearranged or not, that also can be checked from the table given besides that chit. Okay, then what we have to do is, we have to remove, we have to put the wet waste and also cover it with the dry waste. Okay, but actually first time this kind of dry waste will not be available. So for just one moment, first so for that what we have to do is, first time we have to fill only paper balls and hands full of soil mixed to cover the wet waste. From next time onwards, you will get a normal compost. Okay, for that purpose, the top crate, second will be always empty for filling. So third one and fourth one will have to be filled with half level up to paper balls, which any paper balls, like newspaper pieces. You make several pieces and make a small size of paper balls, which have showed. Please show the. No, doesn't matter. I will show. It's a small 1 inch volume paper balls, very small, is sufficient. Okay, this time. Okay, now we have to do is, we have to take out the dry waste, half composted and partly half composted waste from the topmost crate, which is removed from the top. Then sieve it using something like, see, a basket I have prepared with larger holes, so that the powder material gets to the bottom of the bucket, and only big size items will remain, which are fully dry, which can be used as a dry material to remove the moisture, extra moisture, until it is properly composted. Even the brooming dust, with whatever pieces taken out, you can even all biodegradable, including hair. If you make it as a small spindle and you make one cut, and you can put like this, this puja flowers, okay, and then as usual your house wet waste you put into one part so that there is sufficient level of wet waste is available. Then you cover it, use this thing spoon to spread it little area only to make it a thicker level of spreadings, and then you have to cover this with this whatever dry material sieved, okay. It is like this, it is to be covered. So this is how the daily process of covering the wet waste is done, okay. Just a layer of to just cover it. This will act as something like activated carbon. It will remove the smell when the gases come out from the wet waste. So there is no necessity of buying a separate dry material, as I have already explained. Then you just put this thing, paper cover or something like that, just to cover the waste. You see, there is the paper cover. A simple, even that both are to be covered. Now that it is there, you can just keep it there only. This paper cover, you can cover it there. Okay, like this it is done, and you cover it once again. By using zip, so that the even maggots which may generate during the composting doesn't come out. During the process, the maggot also takes birth, and also by the time it is removed, it is killed also. So you will not find maggots coming out from any part. So please cover this also. As usual, you can no, it is to be placed that way. So it is fixed, and the topmost is also just removed, the removed crate. So one moment. Here is I want to explain one. There are two covers here. One to cover it from outside, and also there is one more to avoid to create to maintain sufficient warmth during the winter or rainy season, and also to reduce excess heat which is coming from outside during the summer. And it also keeps the things easy and neat while removing or putting the and this cloth is a hydrophobic cloth is to be used, because hydrophobic means it will not get damaged during the moisture or water. Whenever water content or moisture is passed through the any other like market blouse materials are available, something like that, nylon material has to be used, so that the cotton is not dead, and it is used for ever and ever for quite a longer time. All this is a one-time investment, may cost around 5,000 to 6,000 rupees one time, okay, for a bigger thing. And it's a very small bucket which is available, and a small basket. This much is sufficient for the everyday filling. So this is how daily filling is done. It will not take more than 2 to 3 minutes on daily basis. The weight of the crates and fillings are also made in such a way that once in 15 days it is to fill, and it is easy for the ladies or even aged to lift and keep it back. Okay, and then I will show you the reshuffling process, where the orderly after the 15 days the crate comes down in the orderly fashion, and by the time fully it is composted, once again it can be brought back. Please wait for the next. Yes, please. Now I will show you how it is to be reshuffled, because after 15 days, this crate, so first crate will be almost full. Okay. Then what the another thing is, even if there is gap, say for example for 5 or 6 days it is not filled, in that case nothing should be, we should not continue after the date it is fixed, because otherwise the composting period may change. Okay, that is why you only fill only up to the dates mentioned only, like that time frame has to be adhered. So what we have to do is, first one by one 3 crates are to be removed and placed on one side, okay, along with the frames naturally. So one, the second one, and the third. Okay, then the last crate is kept on the other side. Okay, now The thing is very simple. Once again, place back the crates one by one. The first 3 crates removed. One, this second one. Of course, there will be air gap frames also be there. Right now, it is not placed. And the third one. And the naturally air gap frames. Please, it's not placed properly. Okay, the last one like this. So now that's all reshuffling. Automatically, the empty will come in the middle as a second, and the fully dried way which was there at the last, now it will come up at the last. Whether the order is correct or not, you can once again check from this slips shown. It will be in this order. Okay, and how it has to be filled, that is also shown. You can also refer to the YouTube link which I will prepare and post it. Like this is so simple, and it can be done by anyone. Any nature loving, environment loving people should do it. Actually, it is better if government support is also there. It is subsidized units are given to poor people, and people who now really concerned about, they can spend 5 to 6,000, which otherwise also they spend every time. This is a one time lifetime expenditure. I wish that government should take up this. I know that some in Kerala there are different types of units are. And another thing is, you may use a glove which is something like a hair dye glove or any other glove which is slightly wet so that it doesn't come out quickly, and a bucket like this. So as soon as this compost is full, you can just take out this bag and hand it over to the same BBMP man or civic authorities, civil municipality, so that they will not create any nasty smell while it is transported. There is neither any landfill to be found, or villagers are put to hardship because of the bad smell, and this is how it can be done. Thank you.